That is a very hard no. And it's funny because they keep raising the prize money. And what's wild is I always wanted that prize money to be where it is while I was competing. Because they wanted to tease. Oh, man. But I'm very happy that these guys are able to make a great living by competing at the Olympia. And that prize money keeps going up, 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 up. But nope, I do not plan on competing there at all. In fact, probably end up commentating again. Actually, it's just my favorite color, man. Green Eye Bandit. Wouldn't it be crazy if I fucking guest posed there? No, the only thing I would be performing is if I were to play an instrument or something like the piano or like the guitar or something, which that's not going to happen either. But yeah, as far as to perform on stage in those trunks, man, I'm sorry, man, those days are done. But I had a lot of fucking fun, man. I can look at those now and smile at it. And those too. I really appreciate that. And I wish you all the best, my friend. Is this a prank? 0 to 10. An 11, 12, maybe a 13. Those who know, 13. 13. It's a 13. A lot of goals, can't lie. I got some personal ones, family goals, business goals, but really, like, I really want to help you guys. Like, that is something that has just been on my mind for the last couple years. Like I owe it to you. I gotta make sure I provide value to everybody. And I just was trying to figure out the best way to do it. And I finally figured it out. Something that I could do, off the stage. And I literally had to not compete to be able to harness all the energy so I could provide so much added value to you guys, man. So my goal is to really just spread love, but mostly spread the knowledge and the wisdom that I've acquired and continue to learn, man. That's really my biggest goal, is just continually learn the art of learning. It's a beautiful journey. Favorite actress? Oof. I don't know, man. I like Bassett is dope, man. Angela Bassett's dope. Viola Davis, incredibly underrated. Ones that I thought were good looking. Monica Bellucci in The Matrix, crazy. Everybody's gonna say Selma Hayek. But favorite, like Angela Bassett, man, she's sick. Fit, like she played some iconic roles, man. I feel like her and Viola Davis are so fucking underrated. It's insane. But yeah, let me go to the next question, man. Crazy? I don't know if I can really answer that here. Other than driving cars very fast, breaking the law. I don't know. I wasn't one of those crazy ass teenagers. I was more focused on playing ball, doing good in school, staying out of trouble, so I could get my ass a scholarship to get the fuck out of there. But yeah, I was around some crazy shit, but I didn't do it. I appreciate that. Yes, I am 45. I turned 45 last December. Man, I never even thought about that number. But I'm very thankful for what I've accomplished within those years, and I can't wait for the next 45. I'm good, just chilling with you guys. But most importantly, I'm enjoying this 2025 chapter right now. A lot of new horizons, man, and I'm very excited for it. So it's like one of the first times in a very long time where I can actually breathe I know what I want. I know how I'm going to get it. And I'm having fun doing it. So I'm happy. And that's always a good thing. Because for a while, I wasn't, really happy. And I didn't even know what the fuck that meant. So today, very happy. And it's because I'm getting to connect with you guys. So thank you. How are you? Hopefully you're doing well too. Peace. Well, what was I thinking? This is definitely a longer answer. It's going to require its own fucking YouTube. That everything I did had to respect what Arnold did to achieve 7 Mr. Olympia titles. Like, I had to have like a different level of focus and a different mindset of knowing that you're trying to tie this man, that means that you have to respect him and every rep that he's ever done. So then you have to do it even more. So if you're tired, don't matter. If you're low on energy, carbs, whatever, it didn't matter. So I just kept telling myself, like, every rep, everything fucking matters to be tied with that man. Sure, no problem. I'm going to share everything. I'm going to share it all. You're going to click this link. You're going to be one of the first motherfuckers to know all this stuff. You're going to be in a freaking online community with me and a ton of other people. We're going to go through all this stuff. I'm going to provide value to you. I'm going to speak to you. I'm going to make sure you get those results. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't lose, man. We win. We fucking win. Oh, I'll be back in Dubai this year, 2025. Yeah, we'll be back. For sure, we'll be back. When? I don't really have a date set. Might be July, might be October or November. Yeah, one of those two, if not both dates. Yep, I will be at the FIBO this year, repping Panada, and also a new company that I'll be announcing here real soon. So you're going to get notified, and man, you're going to be in for one hell of a ride. So that link that you clicked on and you filled out, you're going to be notified. All right. If you want me to be real about it, I'll be honest, back, I want to say like 12, 13 years ago. For anyone that doesn't know, like when I competed at the Olympia, it was in Las Vegas, right? So I would be at the Trump Hotel right across from Fashion Show Mall by Nordstrom's. And I remember, like, it was like obviously the week of the Olympia, and I just needed something to kind of take my mind off of the competition. So I was like, I need a book. So I went down to the gift shop and I bought Donald Trump's Think Big book. I was like, this is dope. So this is definitely a book. Whether you like him as a president or not, man, this book has a ton of fucking value in it. Some good short stories in there of his life and how he was able to apply some very good principles in business and in life. I mean, for me, it was kind of a tie between Stone Cold and The Rock. It's just insane. It's so insane because of the intro. If you hear that glass break, and if you smell, I mean, like, you hear that shit now, like, you just want to run through a fucking brick wall, man. What a great era. Man, what a great time to be alive. Oh, man. WrestleMania back then was just the shit. SummerSlam, all that shit, man. Insane. I'm over here pumped about it right now. I rarely talk about this, but something I pray about. I just, if that is supposed to happen, man, it'd be just incredible. So, we're gonna do our part, and we'll see what happens. Oh, Hottie? True pen? Great bodybuilder. He's Mr. Olympia. What are we talking about? You know, he's a champion. Won the Arnold last year, twice over. He's gone through a lot of ups and downs in his career, but mostly ups. And this is one dude that I know for damn sure. Man, he is driven. When you talk about my opinion about him, he's driven. And what I love about him is that he's not only driven with his training, his preparation, but he's also a driven father, driven husband as well. And that's very rare, especially in this sport. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a trip, man. A lot of different emotions that go into like the whole retiring thing. Let me turn this down. I was listening to some Kendrick, but in all seriousness, like it's been a whirlwind of emotions that I've had to learn to manage. And, you know, life off that stage, I mean, it was definitely something that I never really put much time into thinking of, you know, what it would be like to not compete again. It wasn't up until last year at the Olympia where I let it all really soak in and realize what I had accomplished and finally give myself a pat on the back. And that whole Olympia weekend was filled with success from a lot of different people. But for me, being inducted in the International Sports Hall of Fame, being at the 60th Mr. Olympia, man, and getting that Olympia ring with Ronnie Coleman, Jay, and all those guys was just bliss. So life's good. It says now you're a little older, still huge. Do you still jog around for cardio like you used to? Nah, but I am interested in getting, you know, some more functional fitness in, figuring out my problem areas, as I definitely have them regarding being able to jog, regarding being able to run like the athlete I once was prior to me even competing. And that's going to be an interesting journey because I still got that bodybuilder, I still got that dog in me, man. But I do know that there's some other sports that I want to get after. Shout out to Kevin Levrone, OG. I was happy that he came through, and I was impressed with how he looked in 2016, especially like the top half. I know that the legs were going to not be as big because, look, like the guy hasn't competed in a long time, but I was very happy that he, you know, he did something that I never expected for him to do. But yes, I was impressed with him putting his name on the line and saying like, hey, I'm gonna sign the contract, I'm gonna do the Olympia, I'm gonna stand up there. And they put him right next to me. And I was like, man, this is dope. But I didn't look at it like, oh, I'm beating Kevin Levrone. I looked at it like it was finally being able to share a moment in time in 2016 with one of the greatest, one of the guys that I looked up to as I was, you know, an amateur and pro. So yes, he has great muscle bellies, he has great separation. His chest was still full as fuck. And it was a great moment. All right, so free game. You need to earn your name. You need to own your fucking name. You need to own that name. Intellectual property, number one. If you don't own your name, man, you need to have enough money to have a war fund just in case of somebody try to come after you. Because the minute you start making money, someone's going to copy your shit. You need to really focus on like how someone's. You need to. Let me rephrase this. You need to create freaking moats. Any entrepreneur knows what I'm talking about. You got to create moats. What is a moat? Okay? Look that up. Think about that. That prevents people from grabbing your shit within that castle, man. So you going after it and make money and do all this other stuff, you got to focus on those moats, man. You do that, at 24, you're going to be so ahead of the game. By the time you're 40, you're going to be a beast. Oh man, there's a lot of different things I've said, but one of the things that I would tell myself is that I've come this far to quit. I've gone through too many fucking things previously that I've overcome to stop now. And then that would be like the more aggro moments and stuff. And then there's been times where I would just be on my knees praying to God, please help me. I'm trying to figure this out. And I think prayer is a beautiful thing. It actually is better than yelling and screaming, to be quite honest. I found more answers after a prayer than any type of other moment. And I will be honest, like, there's been times where I've been on my knees screaming. But I think being in those moments was very revealing, and they provided some defining moments in my life to find some clarity, to be still, and to move forward. That I made a commitment to my commitments. And everybody wants to call themselves a beast, you know what I'm saying? So I always looked at it like, if I'm going to say I'm a bodybuilder, if I'm going to be a professional, I have to understand that that's a privilege, that I get to call myself a professional. So who am I to call myself that and then just start slacking? I earned that pro card. You know, I was Mr. USA back in the day. And I looked at it as just, you know, you got people that are like, you know, they use this term in basketball, right? You got basketball players, you got hoopers. Hoopers will just hoop. Like, they could be pro, but they'll still hoop anywhere. They'll just do whatever it takes to get the job done, to go get a run, because they just love the game that much. Me, same with bodybuilding. Like, throw me in a gym anywhere in the world and I will fucking train. And I will have a great freaking time. So this is where I'm from. Shout out to my boy K-Dub for hooking me up with this amazing lid. I'm from Seattle, Washington. Born and raised. And went to Rainier Beach High School. Dem Vikes. Yes, sir. Yeah, repping the 206. In fact, my telephone number still has a 206 area code. So, yeah, I'm from the P&Dub. And, South End. That's what we call it. A lot of different names. Grew up in Skyway. So those who know. That's it. That's tough, man. I think different stages of my career, as I look back at like pictures and videos, 32, 33 years of age was really epic. You know what's crazy is that, in my opinion, and in my placing didn't prove this to be true, but even in my last Olympia prep in 2020, leading up into that show, like 3 weeks out, was fucking ridiculous. So I still feel like 40 going into a show was probably my best. I just was unfortunately able to bring that to the stage, and that's just, it sucked. But I think I had, like various years where I feel like I'm at my best. And that's a good question. So now I'm going to have to look through the archives and pick 1 year. So you want to know how to gain muscle and lose fat. You're going to have to eat clean. You're going to have to do cardio. You're going to have to train smart. You're going to have to be very meticulous as to how you approach recovery. All these things play a huge role in trying to build that physique. Now, when it comes to that 3D physique, there's only so many people that know how to do that. I'm just going to say I do. A lot of people like to use that term 3D physique. I don't think it really, I think people are using it way too loosely right now. But when it talks about like getting bigger arms and forearms, there's plenty of exercises, that you can look up, and I'm here to help. So if you want, go to that last slide, go click on that link. Like I said, I'm very much here to help you build that physique that you've been wanting for quite some time and gaining that muscle while losing fat. Well, number one, you got to know that you're not alone. Each and every one of us had to deal with it. When you want to be the best version of yourself, you got to deal with that pain. You got to deal with the unknown of how you're going to specifically look like on that contest day. One thing is for certain. You really want to go up on that stage? And if you say yes, that means you have to endure this process. You have to understand that you ain't the only person to have declining energy, okay? So you're going to have to really, again, ask yourself, is this what I really want to do? And again, if the answer is yes, and you may have to ask yourself, if this is yes, then I'm going to do whatever is possible to smile through that pain, to smile through those carbs, low carb days, and just continue to push forward. Because the last thing you want is be on that stage and be like, I should have gave it a little bit more energy, man. Pull from wherever that why is, and you're going to be just fine. All right, I'll answer this one just to lighten things up. Burper for sure. We'll just say that. Well, I'm very happy that you're alive, number one. And number two, I think you need to acknowledge the fact that you're alive and that you overcame, a horrible motorcycle accident. And using these shows is definitely going to prove to you many, many things. One, just how bad do you want it? And two, being able to have a different meaning to the show itself, whether you place first or second. You're going to learn a lot more about yourself as you did during your recovery from that horrible accident. But what a story of triumph, man. So my advice is just to enjoy this journey and be sure to share it, because I'm sure a lot of people, including myself, are very eager to see how it all plays out, man. But anyway, God bless you and keep rocking out, man. Peace. Easy. Eat. People that are ectomorphs, man, like you say, gaining muscle naturally. Train. And when I say this, man, I have a feeling like, I don't know how old you are, but like, when people use this, like these type of questions, it takes time. When I was first training as a bodybuilder, not playing basketball anymore, I was 22 going on 23, right? And all I wanted to do was be 200 pounds. And I was weighing like 180 at the time. It took me a long ass time to get there naturally. And you have to be willing to be patient and stick with the process. And I think a lot of the time people don't want to go through that process because they see all this other shit online. But if you can, make sure you're eating healthy, you don't have to be eating like 5,000 calories a day either, especially as an ectomorph. It's going to come naturally over a period of time. So just be in the long game. Think of the long game. Well, I don't know what your goal is because you say appropriate. That's something that you're going to have to look at with your licensed physician. But, when you talk about like being optimal and stuff, 49 years old, I don't know where you're at right now, to be quite fair. But if you're anywhere above 500, that's pretty damn good. So, focus on that. If you're in the thousands, you don't need to be up there like that. But I think somewhere in that like 500 to 800 range should be good, especially at 49. Oh yeah, really excited about it, to be quite honest. It's been a long time overdue for anybody out there. Yeah, your boy is going to be coaching people. Your boy is going to be taking care of you guys, providing a lot of added value. And when I talk about added value, it's like what I'm sharing right here. These golden nuggets, man, that got these trophies. You see them? You see them? Yeah. And I want you guys to, experience some massive victories in life. So I'm willing to share anything and everything. And I just want you guys to know that I got your back. So yes, I'm very pumped. My whole team is too. And just for that, I'm going to put the link so then anybody that wants to join in on this new offering can get in, be the first to know. All right. I do. And when I say that, I take an overall approach to this. It's not just, it doesn't have to be contest prep. It could just be, you needing some added motivation. You need some, more direction as to where you're trying to go. And I can apply a lot of the things that I acquired all these trophies from and make it applicable in business and in personal life, because I've been through it too. So yes, I'm all for you guys, man. So I'll put the link right here so you can join in. Absolutely. I can absolutely help you with that. I'm going to have you click on this link and we can get to work. I understand. And that's why we got this community. And that's why, within that community, you're going to have all of this and more, man. I'm very excited for you. And we happen to be the same age. So, you know what I'm saying? So I got you. All right, click this link, man. Be one of the first of many people that join this community. I cannot wait to help and provide some added value to you, brother. Man, I never was really, I shouldn't say I was never invited to Pakistan, but I just never knew I had that much love there. And you never know, man. It's possible. Anything is possible. I'm never going to say I don't plan. I plan on seeing the world over and over and over again in different countries. So you just never know. But much love to you guys too, man. I love your question, man. It's like, I'm just trying to change the channel on here. Hold on. So when it comes to show prep and stuff, I'm going to put this link. And we could talk one-on-one about this. It's just funny because bodybuilding is like the only sport where, we could talk about like striated glutes and shit. And it's crazy because I blame Dorian Yates and I blame Rich Gaspari, and I especially blame Ronnie motherfucking Coleman for making that a standard. Because now we all have to have it, but it's great because it shows a level of commitment. You can't just diet down to get that. Like, you have to train for that as well. So yeah, man, I'm gonna hit you with this link. You're gonna sign up. All right, we're gonna get to work. All right, so that does it for tonight. I answered quite a few, and I appreciate each and every one of you for asking me anything. And I hope you guys have a beautiful evening wherever you are, and a great morning. Be intentional with what you do the minute you wake up. Continue to put positivity in here and to search in here and ask yourself, how am I going to stack some wins today? What are the things that are going to make me smile today? And tell yourself you love yourself. Start there. And then to be sure to spread love to others, because that's a good, it's a good cycle. We have the opportunity to do a lot of great things, man. So you got to look greatness within and answer that call. All right. You got to answer that call, pick up that phone for greatness, and go be great. All right. Much love. Love you guys. Peace.